Good evening. Welcome, everybody, to the Hardline Transport Solutions Rebels Truck Series. I'm Eddie Smith. Welcome to VSRN. We're going to have a great time tonight as we are at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. Incredible track, always fun, and in the trucks, it always provides some of the best racing that we see on the surface of iRacing, and tonight's going to be no different. I think we've got a lot of trucks here tonight, going to be over 30 drivers. They're going to take the field. Last week, we saw an amazing race where Jeremiah Holt, in only his third race here in Rebels, was able to get the win after a thrilling last lap crash that took out majority of the leaders, and able to get that win. Actually, a thrilling three-way, three-wide finish for the lead, and Jeremiah was able to take home the victory. So looking forward to it. Bristol Motor Speedway, I mean, you know it, you love it. It's been the home of legendary finishes in real NASCAR, and that's why we love it. A little bit different than what it used to be. I think the 90s was definitely the heyday of Bristol, when you run the bottom line and you really had to root somebody up out of the groove. But now we have two grooves that we can work with. Only a half-mile oval, but just an incredible speedway. Just kind of surprised that it's the only one like it out there, which is pretty crazy to imagine. But and then they put dirt on it, which is another crazy thing. But I tell you, it's going to be a great race. Being able to run the top, the bottom, depending on where your truck is feeling good, how you save your tires, all that's going to matter. Concrete surface gets slick, so you spin those rear tires, you could end up backwards or inside into the wall, or you might block the whole dang track. So qualifying has about 2 minutes left, and we've already kind of gotten a field already set. Right now, Andy Kurtz on top of the board, and we got quite a few people getting ready to qualify. And see who we got. Let's talk to somebody. Let's have an interview. Normally, I try to get these going beforehand, but I want to talk to somebody we haven't talked to much this season. And we're going to talk to Travis Beaver as we get him up into the room. Travis, this is Eddie in the VSRN booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up?
Man, not too much. Bristol, baby, in the trucks here in Rebels. You're sitting 12th on the board at the moment. How you feeling tonight? How you feeling about trying to get up to the front, maybe win this thing?
Well, I think I'm going to be patient here. Didn't qualify where I wanted to. Got my teammates here on the front row, it looks like right now. So, kind of going to be patient. Truck's super loose, so I think we might be in for a long night here. So, got to keep it clean and be around at the end.
Well, I feel like you and Bristol in the trucks, or maybe any car, seem to work out pretty good. I know your teammate Andy Kurtz is pretty fast here all the time, but I always see you up near the front. What do you think the secret is for this track and pretty much any stock car?
I think here the key is you got to be able to restrain yourself from driving down into the turn and just dumping it on the right front every single lap. So, I try to, kind of find that good braking point, kind of good spot to let off. And then if you can roll the top here, you can save some tires and, kind of be around at the end. So, that's always worked well for me here. And, I think this is probably one of my better tracks on the schedule.
Well, starting 12th, it looks like we've got everybody has pretty much done their lap, as we got about 8 seconds left. So good luck tonight, Travis.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Travis Beaver, feeling confident starting 12th, but definitely feeling really confident. Well, let's go ahead and get into the grid. Of course, we got to give out our Chuck Pegleg Pole Award as they start gridding up. So we'll go ahead and get that up on the screen. The Chuck Pegleg Pole Award is going to go to none other than Andy Kurtz as they start to get gridded up. We'll get them on the screen so you can see them. But Andy Kurtz with that top spot. So congratulations to him for taking home the Chuck Pegleg Peltz Pole Award. Good grief. Well, let's go through the grid. What do you say? Well, starting outside him is going to be his teammate Brett Bieber. Starting in that second position, another driver that really takes to this particular track. Starting in row number 2 is Lucas Lyons. Jonathan Cofield going to start outside of row number 2, expecting to see him up front all night long. Matt Clement with a great qualifying effort, going to start in 5th. Charles Stevens Jr. going to start in 6th. 7th is Kyle Roberts. Daniel Cunningham going to start in 8th. Davy Jones in 9th. Steve McDonald in 10th. 11th, Tracy Passons. Travis Bieber, like I said, in 12th. 13th is Alan Nash. And 14th, Brandon Wallace. 15th, Spencer Gay. 16th, Chuck Pegleg Phelps. 17th is Matt Knights. 18th is Butch Taylor. 19th, Mickey Isaac. Jeremiah Holt, last week's winner's 20th. He got a long way to go if he's going to win 2 in a row. Alex Veith going to round out, start the 21st position. Aaron Adcock starting deep in the field in 22nd. Stephon Davis going to start in 23rd. Mike Pertosa in 24th. 25th is James Nelson. And Curtis Sauberon going to be in the 26th position. 27th is Mike Veith. 28th, Tommy Osborne. And I said we had over 30 trucks. We're right under it at 29 trucks here today. And that's your starting grid, brought to you by V-Speed, vspeedsim.com. Well, all right. Well, I am ready to roll. We'll take a look at the race analysis here. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Fix set up 150 laps. Take care of the right front. We heard Travis talk about that. And one faster pair. That 5 truck looking fast. He is going to be looking to take control of this race early. The bottom line will work pretty good for about 20 laps, and you're going to start to see it be a follow the leader type deal up on the top side. But if you save your tires enough, you might find that bottom to be wide open if you got the tires to do it. So we'll see. Pace car going to pull off. We got 150 laps here at Bristol. It's going to be fun. Let's go. All clean as they take lap number 1 in the books. Andy Kurtz trying to clear himself for the top spot, but Brett Bieber already using that top line to his advantage. And you see the tires work pretty good on the bottom. Andy going to be able to clear himself. But oh my goodness, Jonathan Cofield almost makes contact. And you see Brett able to hold on for just a few laps. But now the bottom is looking to be where you want to be. Oh my goodness. And no, Matt Clement goes around. The 19 started in 5th position, and he goes around. What happened? As we got just 3 laps here before our first caution. Matt Clement falling all the way back. Falling all the way back to the back of the field. Let's go look on the Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind. What happened to the 19 car? You see there on the bottom. May have just tried to gas it up a little bit too much, and he goes for a ride, just a self-spin, nobody else involved, and just a little tap there. So luckily for Matt, he's going to be able to get this thing back rolling and get back in this thing, but he's going to have a lot of work to do as he loses that top 5 starting spot. You know, he talked about those cold tires. You got to be careful. It's loose out there, especially if you're having to run on the bottom. That truck gets really light off the corner as the banking. I mean, you've got 33-degree banking, I believe. It's pretty close to that, 31 maybe. And you know, when you unload that truck, you know, if you're just not used to what it's going to do, especially right off the bottom, it can be kind of surprising. So I think Matt just not expecting that here early, but. Well, we got to look at everybody we got on the webcam screen. Man, I got to tell you, I love this league for so many different reasons. The people in it, the friends that I've made. But I tell you what, the participation in the driver cams is parallel to none. They are always showing up for the webcam. So we got Chuck Pegleg Phelps, Kyle Roberts, Brandon Wallace, Matt Clement, Aaron Adcock, Charles Stevens Jr., Mickey Isaac, Mike Veith. They show up every week, and man, I tell you what, I can't appreciate y'all enough for doing that. Definitely helps the broadcast, and just appreciate it. Love to show you guys off, show you got the deuces for Brandon Wallace, but showing you guys your setups, your faces, people to get to know. you know, somebody runs over, you get to go look at the broadcasts and see what they look like. So it's always really cool, but be excited to see what those guys do throughout the race. But so far, Andy Kurtz was able to get that top spot. Brett Bieber fell back to 4th as he kind of got freight trained by Jonathan Cofield and Lucas Lyons. So we'll see if Brett can do anything. Nobody elected to come down pit road. Smart, as you don't want to be using tire sets early as we get ready to go back green here. We got 4 sets of tires, so 3 extra in the pit, so you definitely don't want to be using them this early. All right, pace truck pulls off the track, and Andy Kurt's going to get a great jump with Jonathan Cofield not quite ready for it. I mean, it makes sense here at Bristol. It's always so difficult to do that, as you see somebody, it looks like Lucas, kind of blocked off Charles Stevens there, almost made a little bit of contact. But right now, Jonathan Cofield getting a big run here. Is he going to be able to do anything? Andy Kurtz actually leaves him some room. Teammates there. I don't think I'd be leaving, teammate or not, I don't think I'm leaving Jonathan Cofield any room, because he is going to set sail here at Bristol. He is fantastic here. He's fantastic in a lot of places, but here at Bristol, I would be nervous to give this spot up. But looks like Andy electing to just ride down there. He's not pushing too hard, but he's definitely not fighting. So Jonathan Cofield, you see Cofield get a little bit loose there. It's going to open the door back for Andy Kurtz. So we got a battle for the lead, and Charles Stevens falling back slow. Don't know what happened to him, but Charles Stevens was falling through the field. Oh my goodness, somebody's wrecking this. Davy Jones. Davy Jones sitting backwards on the backstretch. No caution though, as the 10 goes around, and caution does come out now. As we see, I got a bunch of drivers. Got Aaron Adcock involved in something here. So lots of extracurricular going on. But it all seemed to start with Charles Stevens, where he kind of got out of shape. And we'll try to see if we can go back to when that was. So we'll take a look at multiple different cars and angles here on the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckers Rewind. And we're on board. We're looking at Charles Stevens here. And you're going to see him go down the corner. This is why he was losing so many spots. Half spin there, saved by the apron twice. Able to get back on the track. And then Davy Jones was right up in front of him after that, and he's going to get loose. Boom, right up against the wall. And then I don't know what happened to Aaron Adcock, but there was contact there. We'll see if, yeah, though they're slowing down for, it looks like another wreck. Oh, Alan Nash. Alan Nash was sitting sideways maybe on the track. He spun out. So there's the first wreck. Oh, my God. There's the first wreck with David Jones. Then Alan Nash just loses it. And then that's where all the contact came from, as guys were trying to slow down for Alan, and it was just a crazy, my goodness. Kinder Farm and Ranch is going to get a lot of work here tonight, but I got to say, man, that was some pretty good replay work by our producer, whoever that is. He's doing a good job tonight. Caught all of them wrecks, but yeah, I mean, just it seems like everybody's being patient and smart, but it just seems like this truck is so loose. As we'll take a look at the weather here, and you see the track temp, 88 degrees. Yeah, interesting to see it be like that. Usually that kind of gives you a tight condition, but it seems like the setup just really loose, and Brett Bieber talked about that in the interview beforehand. So everybody seemed to be dealing with that, even good drivers. You know, drivers who are normally contending for wins having trouble with that. So that's a pretty telling thing when it's pretty much the whole field having issues with. So it's tough. It's tough to tell a racer to slow down, take it easy. You want to get up there and get all you can get. So I understand that. But if I was out there, I'm going to be trying to take it easy, run up at the top once the tires start to wear, and hopefully I can survive. But getting doubled up for this restart, Jonathan Cofield, Andy Kurtz, your top 2, Lucas Lyon, Brett Bieber, going to be your top 4, and Daniel Cunningham has moved up 3 spots since the start of the race, and he is in that 5th position. So But second restart of the night. Jonathan Cofield going to get a great jump as they go barreling down into turn 1. Lucas way up the track trying to get the run off the corner. Watch on board with Lucas Lyons. He's working that top side early. You know, a lot of people, it's tough. It's good to make passes here on the top side. The tough thing is it does really hurt your right front. So it's sort of it's a gamble. You're gambling track position versus right front wear. If you can get up front, doesn't matter how wore out your right front is, nobody can pass you. So it's a double-edged sword. You have to play it just right. You see Lucas Andy Kurt's going to move up in front of Lucas and stop him from getting there. He actually gets a little bit loose there on the straightaway. You see, looks down to the bottom, and caution's out. Caution is out. Mike Bertosa is gone. Had some sort of issues. I can't see who else is involved. Mike Bertosa, Matt Clemon was involved in that. Mike Veith also slow on the track, number 9. So Bertosa, who we're incredibly thankful for the and Hardline Transport Solutions, has had an accident. Let's go check it out here on the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. In that 72 Mobile 1 machine, just goes up the top side, just loses it. Oh, comes back down, a hard hit. The whole front bumper comes off, and not able to get that thing back rolling. And he goes ahead and heads back to the pits. We'll actually back it up a little bit, give you that onboard. Watch that steer wheel. He's just not going to be able to catch it. Did a good job. Comes off of that corner. Don't see him really getting loose. He just goes down the corner. I don't know if he thought Butch Taylor was going to come up in front of him and kind of stab the brakes a little bit, but that may have been what happened. So cautions breed cautions, and Bristol is just not a track you can get away from, folks. And this loose condition that we have here tonight is going to make it tough. I mean, 150 laps under caution is going to be a long race. But, I mean, we're going to Bristol with 29 trucks and expecting there not to be cautions. You know, I don't see chat, so if somebody's complaining about it already, I don't see it. So I'm not singling you out, but if anybody complains about cautions at Bristol with 29 trucks, I mean, come on. I mean, we got all kinds of skill levels, all ages, and put them all on the track at Bristol where they can't get away from each other. It's going to happen, especially with a loose truck. So not unexpected at all. And so what that means is you're going to have to be really smart about when you decide to pit. This track position is going to be hard to make up. There won't be long green flag runs. And it also means those guys who like to save tires, you know, and let 5 or 6 guys go so they can save the tires, that may not be an option tonight. You may just have to go as hard as you can all night. We've already seen the tire wear be pretty, you know, not bad at all. Everybody's truck's still driving pretty well. So gonna change how you drive a little bit. You're gonna have to be a little bit more defensive, I think. Getting ready for another restart. Jonathan Cofield there with control of it now. That top side, we just haven't seen them be able to get a good jump. As now Lucas Lyon going to go down to the inside. And now it's a battle for second. Lucas down on the bottom, trying to make that truck wrap around the bottom, and he's doing a good job of it, but Andy Kurt's going to fight back on the outside, gets the run. You see the massive run. You get off the corner, but Lucas got that preferred line, I think, at the moment until tires start to wear, and Andy Kurt's with a crossover, going to go back down to the inside, said, oh, thank you very much, as I think that's Mike Bertosa coming out of the pits. He didn't spin, just coming out after getting those repairs done, and so Andy Kurt's not willing to let him go. And going to fight, but it looks like Lucas has a little bit better truck at the moment, and he's going to take over that second spot. We'll go check on last week's winner. Jeremiah Holt currently battling with Curtis Sauberin in that 54 machine as we got an incident. I don't know who it is. We'll keep on this battle, though. Jeremiah Holt trying to fight to stay in the top 20. Curtis Auburn actually moved up 6 spots where he started in that 54 Monster Energy Toyota. So as far as big movers go, Curtis Auburn is your biggest mover at the moment. Check in on the VSR end. I mean, that's the best way to get on the screen. That's for dang sure. It's got a VSRN paint scheme, and we love that. Watch Charles Stevens. He's got a bunch of trucks in front of him. He's going to have to drive through. He's going to get up to the front. Oh, we got a caution. Daniel Cunningham sitting sideways on the front stretch, and caution is out again. Let's go and see what happened. Daniel Cunningham, that's a surprise for me, as he's driving up through the field trying to get his position back. And it looks like the same thing that we've had pretty much all night. Let's go look at another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. And look here, the 08 down on the bottom. Somebody was out of shape. It looks like, oh, he didn't self-spin. Oh. It looks like Lucas gets a little bit loose. You see that? Oh, my goodness. And he slows down, and Kyle Roberts couldn't see what was going on and gets into the back of him. If we can see Kyle Roberts. Just a slight tap as, oh, somebody else is spinning. The 72 of Mike Bertosa was spinning out as well. So all that was going on, and Lucas Lyons gets loose. Oh, Mike Bertosa clobbers the wall, damage from earlier, and so he goes around as well. So seems like when somebody goes around, it's happening everywhere. Kinder Farm Ranch is going to get their money's worth tonight. I can tell you that right now. Well, we could probably talk to somebody. Let's talk to Aaron Adcock. He's the biggest mover of the race at the moment. Seems to be able to get through the field pretty well. So let's talk to him and see what he's thinking about this race. Aaron, this Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, well, you're moving up 10 spots already from where you started. A couple guys have pitted, but you're up to 12th. How's that truck feeling out there tonight?
Oh, that's good. I thought I was going to start P13, so I appreciate the good news. It's kind of sketchy, to be completely honest with you. It's I've never felt a setup like this here at Bristol before. It's kind of a little loose on entry, a little tight in the middle, and then loose on exit. And but it's weird. It's just one little spot where it really just wants to snap. So I don't know if it's something with the new update or a little bit of a tweak to the setup that iRacing might have done, but it is what it is. We got what we got, and we got to run it. So
yeah,
just
seeing
trying to survive.
Seeing a lot of guys dealing with that loose condition, and so it's interesting to see so many drivers having that issue. You said you were supposed to start 13th. What happened?
I guess somebody pit, and well, I was running 13th when you pulled me in the booth, and then I guess somebody went down pit road and it shuffled me to 12th. So
okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were supposed to start there.
No, I wish I would have, because I had a horrible qualifying.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been doing a good job of driving up through the field where a lot of people are having trouble. So, all right, man. Well, good luck. Good luck to you in that True Green 17 machine.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Aaron Adcock with Poman Motorsports, trying to continue his move through the field after a not great of a qualifying effort. All right, well, Jonathan Cofield going to get another restart, lap 37 of 150. Strap in, folks. This is going to be a long one, I think. Some people have used their fast repairs. The green flag is out. Andy Kurtz trying to work that top side. The top side just does not take off like he would want it to. He's going to continue to battle with Lucas Lyons as Cofield gets to enjoy kind of taking off and running his own line. Side by side for second place, as Jonathan Cofield actually blinks out for a moment. That could be scary. Let's see. Oh, we got a big old wreck. Good Lord. I went to an outside shot, and this car is going everywhere. Mike Bertosa and Davy Jones involved again. And the leader. Bertosa pulling back on the track, and leaders having to take evasive action as Bertosa again involved in something. Don't know if it was from his doing or not. Looks like Davy Jones may have been where it started. I don't know. Still trying to find it. Yeah, it looks like Davy Jones in the 21 of Gary Wright involved in this incident. We'll go on board with Davy Jones. There's a look at another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. On board with Davy Jones as we go into turn 1. Davy just going to go up and give the 21 a little tag there. And boom, Mike Bertosa. Man, I got to go watch it from his point of view. Uh-oh. May have gone back too far. As we look at Mike Bertosa, I mean, good grief. Look at his hood. He's already got big problems, and then just clobbers it. There goes there goes his front bumper again. Mike Bertosa, it needs to put a dang he needs to put a strap or something on his front bumpers to keep flying off. You'd like he had 2 of them on there, because he's still got that. That 72 truck is, I mean, look at it, it's bouncing around. He's having a tough night. Oh man, but lap 42 of 150, still a long way to go, and you know it can be frustrating running like this, especially if you've come down pit road like Daniel Cunningham after his spin. You know, a couple people pitting. It's going to make it tough because you're going to have to fight your way through the field. New tires will make a big difference, though. So we'll be watching Daniel Cunningham, as he does have 4 tires, and he will be trying to make use of them. The gamble is we have a long green flag run here. Daniel Cunningham will be the leader. Tires are just too important at Bristol. It's tough because you have caution after caution. You don't really get to use them that much. Track position just, you know, at these shorter tracks, track position is going to be way more important than anything else. You're going to see that late in the race where guys are going to stay out and just not going to have time to make up that ground. So I think Daniel Cunningham, smart racer. We'll see what he is able to do. Mickey Isaac, another big mover right now. He's up 8 spots. You see, he started in the 19th position, up in 11th. Another driver who'll be, he's definitely a threat for the championship, no doubt about it. He is always there at the end. He's an incredible driver, and he's a sneaky driver. He is the most Kevin Harvick-y of drivers we have. He'll sneak up there on you. You won't hear a lot from him. You pull him up in an interview. This is how Mickey Isaac interview sounds. Mickey, tell me about your race. Oh, it's going pretty good. Just having a good race, trying to keep my stuff under me. All right, well, Mickey, you excited? You excited about the battle for a championship? Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited about that. He's locked in, dialed in, and that's what we love. Everybody's got their own personality. Mickey Isaac, he'll be there at the end. You best watch. Cofield, though, going to be your leader, as we're going to take the green flag here, and Cofield going to get another great restart. Andy Kurtz actually gets a nice jump this time in that 5 truck. But he's still going to have to battle with Lucas Lyons, who will just not let him. Andy Kurtz probably like, hey, Lucas, give me a couple laps, man. Let me just enjoy this second place if I can. It's like Andy might be able to clear him here off the corner, and he does. Back a little bit. Brandon Wallace, he's up 6 spots. He's moving pretty good. Got that 99 machine control. As he goes down to the apron to avoid Travis Bieber. Oh, no. He's falling like a rock. I'm trying to get him. Travis Bieber in that 114. We talked to him earlier, and he has done gone around. See what happened here to the 111, as don't know if he had some help or what. We'll go on board with, looks like Charles Stevens and him may have come together, and we'll take a quick look at that here on another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Charles Stevens up at the top side, gets a nice run here. Go get right up on the outside of Travis Beaver as they come off the corner. Yeah, Travis and Charles just come together. I mean, just a racing incident there. As we'll take a look at it one more time and slow it down for you. But see Charles Stevens really working that top side. As they come off the corner, you're going to see Travis just gets a little bit too close, squeezes Charles, and unfortunately for the 114, he's going to be pointing the wrong direction. And he's going to lose a ton of positions, currently back in the 27th position. So that's tough. Still, leaders have yet to pit. Daniel Cunningham is restarted there 16th. He's now 12th, so those new tires definitely an advantage for him. Nobody else electing to come down pit road just yet. They've got 4 sets. I think I'm surprised more people haven't, especially up here at the lead pack. I think if Cofield were to come down pit road, pretty much everybody would join him, and Cunningham would like to see that, honestly, because he would cycle up to the front. What Daniel doesn't want to see is him basically run a few laps here and there and kind of feel like pressured he's got to come down pit road. We have a couple more cautions. They go to about laps 70, 80, and then come down pit road. Daniel, will kind of feel like he needs to come down pit road or be at a disadvantage. So we'll see if that pitting early is going to help him hurt him. He needs a long green flag run, like I said earlier, to really take advantage of this. So not a bad call. And if they pit halfway, they still got an extra set. So we'll see. I just don't see anybody pitting if we have a green-white checkered or something like that. I don't really see guys pitting towards the end of that. So saving a set for the end, it would be a very particular circumstance that would work out, I think. Got a few people that have used some fast repairs. Mike Bertosa just had a terrible night. He's called it quits. He will take home the 29th position. Sad to see that. Mike Veith has already used his fast repair. Matt Knights used his. Alan Nash has used his. So quite a few drivers already used that fast repair here early. Don't want to, but if you're going to stay in this fight, sometimes it's the only choice. All right, green flag is out on another restart, and we'll put up the picture. Daniel Cunningham, as he's got those tires, and see how he can slice his dice his way through the field, as right now he has nowhere to go. But up front, Andy Kurt's able to clear himself again for that position. And the top 3 continue to be about the same. Spencer Gay, this is right in front of him. Spencer Gay and Mickey Eisner working. Trying to get in the top 10. Spencer Gay on the outside looks pretty racy there as they're going towards the front. Andy Kurt's now under fire yet again. Oh my goodness, they almost make contact. As now Daniel Cunningham will have fresh track to work with here. I don't even know what I'm saying. There's too many screens. One of my eyeballs going right, one's going left. I'm trying to talk about both of them. I don't have enough folds in my brain to do this. And Daniel, I'm surprised not making as many moves as I thought he would make on these new tires. Watch Charles Stevens. Oh, and Spencer Gay goes around. He's wrecking on the front stretch. And caution's out again. We were just talking about the 69. Don't know exactly what happened. And we'll watch from on board with Daniel Cunningham. Getting from Ranch, Records Rewind, number, 7 or 8 now. Spencer Gay going to go down to the corner and same thing. What a great job by Daniel Cunningham to miss that. That was incredible. Go back a little bit. We'll slow this down so you can see that, but watch this. I mean, just right in front of him. Anybody else, I think, would have clobbered Spencer Gay, but what fancy footwork by the 08 machine to get slowed up in time to get around him and able to avoid the 69 machine. A great job by, I can't see who that is behind him. It might be Alex V. Good job by Alex V to avoid Daniel as he's trying to slow up there. Great job by everybody, but man, what a great job by Daniel Cunningham. But under a caution, yet again, is James Nelson going to get the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. But now just 2 drivers a lap down. That's Gary Wright and Travis Bieber. So another caution here at Bristol. As we look at the race recap at the moment, just the 1 lead change as Jonathan Cofield took the lead, and we've had 7 cautions in 60 laps. That's pretty impressive. So Jonathan Cofield blinks out for just a minute. I like to prioritize talking to folks with cameras, but tonight we're going to try to talk to some folks that I like to bring in folks we don't get to talk to too much. So, Stephen McDonald.
How you doing, Eddie?
Well, you know what? I'm doing pretty good, but right now you seem to be doing really well. You started in the 10th position. You made up a spot. You're running in 9th. How's your race going so far? It's sort of been wild and crazy, but I haven't seen you pointed the wrong directions. That's pretty good so far. I mean, compared to everybody else. How's it going out there?
I'm just trying to ride and be patient right now, waiting to make a pit stop. Try to miss all the wrecks.
Well, what are you finding that works for you that may be helping you move forward? Do you like the bottom? You like the top? Where does that 68 truck like to run?
I want to run up top, but I keep having to restart on the bottom. And that keeps causing me to lose a couple spots here and there.
Right. Well, what you ought to do is just, as you see somebody wrecking, just back off and let Mickey Isaac there get around you.
You know we can't do that, Eddie.
Yeah, you can do that. It might be looked down upon, but you could. All right, Steve, well, y'all getting ready to go green. Good luck out there. Go get you a top 5, maybe even a win, we say.
I sure would like it, man. Appreciate it, Eddie.
All right, there you have it. Stephen McDonald in that 68 machine running inside the top 10. Looks like he's got a lot of speed here tonight. Definitely got teammates that know how to get around there, so he can lean on them a little bit. But we're up front again. Jonathan Cofield with another chance at a restart. Going to be tough for anybody to really do anything with Jonathan Cofield if he gets to continue to have this control of the restart. You see just what he can do there on the initial start. You see Alan Nash really, or Tracy Passons really trying to get up to that top side quickly on that restart. Just showing how important that top side is if you are still on old tires. These guys have been on these tires for 64 laps, 65 laps now. That battle for second place, it feels like we're going to be dealing with this right here all race long. They can't get away from each other. Andy Kurtz and Lucas Lyons battling. Andy's going to have to get up there quick because Brett Bieber was coming with a vengeance on that top side. Bandits Motorsports really covering the top 4. Well, I think BK Motorsports also. I can't remember. Everybody has different teams based on different series, but Jonathan Cofield and Lucas Lyons are on a team. That's Bandits Motorsports, and then you have Andy Kurtz, Brett Bieber for BKM. And still don't know what it means. I call it Burger King Motorsports. But, a caution is out again. And it looks like it's Kyle Roberts. Kyle Roberts slow on pit road. Coming into a stall, and another caution is out. Kyle definitely looking disappointed there as we'll try to go back and see what happened to the 35 truck. Look at another Kinder Farm and Ranch record rewind. side of Chuck Phelps there, and he's just going to push up the track off the corner and get a little bit loose there. And, yeah, you can see he just heated up those rear tires, almost spun out in front of Chuck. Able to gather it back up, and then just completely spins out. Let's go back. Go back as pit road is finally wide open as everybody's coming down to make pit stops. So we're going to see a lot of stuff changing here on lap 70 as all the leaders come down pit road, and that's going to open the door for guys who have have come down earlier. So, you know, I talked about Daniel Cunningham coming down pit road early. I know he's probably kicking himself for that. We'll see how the race continues on. They went 70 on those first set of tires, so he'll still have an extra set most likely. But everybody else has 2 of the lead pack. So Cunningham not able to take advantage of that early. I know he's probably disappointed, but right now, at the moment, Butch Taylor stays out on the track in that 33 machine. Don't know if he'll come down pit road. I can't imagine a world where staying out here on 71 lap old tires is the right call. So I expect to see him come down pit road. But Matt Clement, who pitted about 21 laps ago, we've been mostly under caution. I think he has a great call here, and we'll actually ring him up and talk to him and see what his thoughts are. It kind of worked out in his favor. Bring Matt Clement up into the booth. Matt, this is Eddie. You got a copy?
Got you, Eddie. What's going on?
Well, you are sitting second. After starting in the top 5, you spun out. You went all the way to the back. And dadgummit, if you're not back up to the front, you got 20 lap older tires, but mostly under caution. So it's kind of working out in your favor. What's your plan here? You're back up to the front. You're going to have fresh tires. Should be able to dispatch Butch Taylor pretty quick. What's your plan here now that you cycled up to the front?
Well, outside is key so far. Everybody that's been spinning has been on the inside, gassing up too quick. So P2 is a nice spot right now on the outside. We're probably going to run another, looking at it, probably another 20 or 30 laps on these tires, and then I'll be back at the back.
Well, talk to me about that spin. What caused that? Was it just cold tires? Was it just trying to get around somebody? What happened in that spin early?
Yeah, it was being on the inside and gassing up too early. I needed to let it roll a little further.
Well, all right. Well, you're getting the one to go here, so good luck to you, Matt, and we'll see if you can't be there at the end up front.
All right, thanks, Eddie.
All right, I think I put him back in the right channel. I'm sure he'll figure it out pretty quick, but he's going to be trying to battle with Butch Taylor, which I don't see him. Oh, I do see him. I could have talked to him. They're teammates. So I could have talked to old Butch, but Butch Taylor on 73-lap old tires, he is going to get eat up pretty quickly. It's Stephon Davis in that 60 truck there. Behind him has got 13-lap old tires. James Nelson, Mike Veed, both with 12, and then the new tires of Jonathan Cofield right behind that. So this could get a little bit messy here as we see the restart. Butch Taylor just not sure when to go. Not surprising. Kind of like when Corey LaJoie got a penalty for passing the pace car because he didn't know what it was like to be up front. But you see Butch Taylor, those tires not being nice to him is, there you go, Jonathan Cofield, and man, Stephon Davis just struggling here behind that 33. Butch gets really loose off the corner there. He's doing a good job, but oh my goodness, Butch is going to be in trouble if he's not careful. Oh, he's getting loose off every corner, trying to keep up with these new tires. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. We got a battle for the lead, though. Jonathan Cofield with those new tires already making use of them with Andy Kurtz in tow and Lucas Lyons. I see some smoke, but no caution. Oh, somebody was slow on the track. Looks like Gary Wright in the 21 machine as these new tires eating them up quick. Matt Clement, though, doing a good job, and caution is out. Like Davy Jones was slow. Oh, that's not definitely Gary Wright. Not sure where the caution came out. Gary Wright had spun. We'll go back and watch what happened to Gary here on the Kinder Farmer Rancher Wreckage Rewind. See some smoke already from somebody else, so I don't know who else had an issue. See Gary Wright kind of out here by himself, really nobody around. And we're going to see him just get loose here. The same thing we've seen. I don't know if he was trying to avoid something or what, but goes around, and at some point, there was some contact with Stephon Davis. Oh, man, Stephon come down and hit Gary Wright, just trying to, and then gets loose, and Mickey Isaac goes around. While the caution is out. I believe that might have been where the caution came from. My goodness. See Mickey Isaac there. Everybody just trying to get around. My goodness. And he just comes around and just snaps on him. Well, all right. Well, under yet another caution, Matt Clement able to hold on to that top spot. Jonathan Cofield was really putting pressure on him, but Matt doing a great job. Cofield did what he needed to do along with Lucas Lyons, Andy Kurtz, Tracy Passons, those guys able to get by most of those folks. As Butch Taylor does come down pit road, he probably thought, good Lord, you got to get off these set of tires. Well, let's go over your top 10. We'll just go over the field real quick while we're under another caution. Got plenty of time to take a breather. Matt Clement, James Nelson, Jonathan Cofield, Lucas Lyons, Andy Kurtz, your top 5. James Nelson up 23 spots from where he started. Tracy Passons there in the 6th position. Brett Bieber in 7th. Charles Stevens in 8th. 9th is Aaron Adcock, and 10th is Brandon Wallace. Steve McDonald in 11th. 12th is Stephon Davis. 13th, Alan Nash. 14th, last week's winner, Jeremiah Holt. 15th is Daniel Cunningham. Kind of mired there in the top 15 in the 10th to 15 position after that pit stop. Mickey Isaac in 16th. Chuck Pegleg-Felts in 17th. In 18th is Spencer Gay. Alex Veith in 19th. And rounding out the top 20 is Davy Jones. 21st, Curtis Sauberin. A lot of guys out just having trouble in this group. Matt Knight's in 22nd. Travis Bieber has been able to get back on the lead lap, and he is in 23rd, so be watching out for him. Tommy Osborne in 24th. Butch Taylor, 25th. Kyle Roberts, 26th. Mike Veith in 27th. Gary Wright in 28th, and Mike Bertosa is out. Got the one to go. Gonna get this restart here with little under 70 laps to go. Oh, man. Maybe Matt might have spun his tires there on that restart. Man, look at Lucas Line. He was all over the back bumper of the 7 truck trying to push him out there. Matt Clement got the oldest tires, so here comes James Nelson with help from Lucas Lyons on the outside. And, man, Jonathan Cofield. Kyle and James Nelson going to go around. And he saves it. And he comes back down, and they make contact with Tracy Passons. Oh, and more contact right behind him. There's a melee here on the backstretch. And some good drivers taken out of that one as Lucas Lyon was involved. Chuck Pegleg-Felts, saw Tracy Passons and others. Big, massive wreck. I mean, they call that the big one at Daytona, Talladega. It happened at Bristol. Just nowhere to go as the field kind of closes up. The 32 of Jeremiah Holt was involved. But it all started with the number 7 who, I can't tell if he got some help. We saw him getting a push there from Lucas Lyon there for a little bit. We'll see if that is what happened. Like I said, we'll go back on yet another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind, and we'll watch from the perspective of Tracy Passons and see exactly what happened. Going down to the corner, he's going to see Lucas going to get into the back of him, and Tracy going to get back into him. And I think James might not have been happy about that, which doesn't surprise me one bit. I wouldn't be happy about that either. So I'm trying to click on him, and we'll see. We'll see as he comes off the corner. He's going to get help here. Gets loose and does a fantastic job of saving it. Yeah, and he's just out of control. thought maybe he had kind of had one of those moments where he was like, I'm going to hit something, tired of getting run over. But no, he's just trying to save that number 7 machine, and when he does, we'll back it up just a little bit. Slow it down. You see Lucas Lyons. I mean, there's just a lot of layers to this wreck. Is Jonathan Cofield barely, but you're going to see here, going to get into Tracy when he does. That sends the 25 into the wall. And then after that, it is just melee from there on out. Look at that. Look at all those trucks. The 54. And Davy Jones was involved in that. You see Travis Bieber able to make it through that mess, but Chuck Felt's going to be involved as well. So a lot of good trucks involved in that one. Go back and see if we can see from Chuck's perspective what happened there. On board with Chuck Feltz. See the wreck happen. He's trying to slow up. Oh, it's just nowhere to go. The hole closed up. The whole track was basically blocked. Well, I mean, at this rate, I could probably talk to everybody in the race if we get enough cautions. But yeah, I'm gonna bring up Chuck Feltz. We're gonna talk to him real quick and see what he thought about that wreck. Unless, oh no, we got the 1 to green, so we looked at that replay a little bit too long, so we won't pull him up into the booth as they're getting ready to take the green flag here on lap 89, going into lap 90. Jonathan Cofield back with the lead. Everything kind of cycles out. Charles Stevens there in 3rd place along with Brett Bieber. Brett Bieber gets a fantastic run through turns 1 and 2. Going to get to the outside of Charles Stevens, and there's a 17 truck. Been slowly making his way through the field. And Charles Stevens, man, he just cannot wait to get to that top side. The bottom is just awful. Charles is going to fall back to 6th place after that restart. Starting to fan out a little bit here. That's good. Would like to see that. As top 5 is pretty competitive, and Brandon Wallace looks pretty strong here. We're going more with him. Gassing up, trying to get to the inside of that 17 machine, who looks really, really strong. Up 18 spots from restarting. He's trying to get that hard charger award. You see Brandon kind of running that middle line, and then he's driving off the bottom. And that feels fast. The problem is you lose a lot of momentum off the corner when you do that. But what is really bad is you really heat up that right rear. He's trying to make a pass, so he has to. He can't run through Aaron Adcock. But you kind of see it's really, really tough on that right rear. As he continues to do that, it's going to continue to heat up. So, you know, in my opinion, if it was me, I'd be up there running that wall as close as I can, driving off the corner with the run, trying to get to the inside on the entry of the corner. But you see him trying to work that exit like that, and doesn't. He is doing a good job of it. He's moved up 9 spots from restart. He's got some trucks slow on the track. I don't know who that is. Stephon Davis slow. Oh, and Aaron Adcock goes around. Right in front. As soon as I turn the camera, the 17 goes around. Aaron Adcock gotten up into the 3rd position, I believe, or 4th position, is now sitting backwards on the track. We were just watching him, and there was somebody slow on the track, and I don't know exactly what happened as I was turning the camera off of him right as it happened. But I don't know if he got help or if he just got loose, and it looks like he just got loose. Another one. Got the replay here, and Brandon Wallace was all over the back bumper. You're going to see the 17 going to drive down in the corner and just gets loose. Drove right down to the bottom and gets loose. Steve McDonald involved. Mickey Isaac Kyle Roberts involved. Lots of good drivers. Luckily, Aaron able to get that thing back rolling and try to get some of that damage fixed. But, man, tough deal after driving all the way up through the field. Dang broadcaster curse, in my opinion. Is yet to come down pit roads like he's coming now to get that fast repair as he's missing the whole bumper. That will put him a lap down, I believe. You know, I don't hate that call. You say, well, why don't you just try to get the wave around and come back in and then get the fast repair? But the thing is, if that thing expires, you know, while you're out there on the track and you can't get back to get that fast repair, it could be game over for sure. So he's going to go a lap down, but he'll be able to fight with his teammate to get that lucky dog, maybe get a wave around here. But I'll tell you what, I mean, there's just a few drivers that have been immune tonight to issues. Jonathan Cofield been one of them. He's about the him and Andy Kurtz, Brett Bieber have been able to drive through the field on different sets of tires, but he has been able to keep his nose clean. He was out front for a majority of the race. You can see here, lap led 74 laps after starting fourth. And with 50 laps to go, he is in a good spot. There are only 30 laps on these tires, and he'll have to go 50 more. I think the big interesting thing right now is when will somebody come down and take 4 tires? You know, will Cofield be willing to give up that track position, put himself in danger to get that last set of tires, or will he have to go further than anyone's gone all race long? If he runs these out, it'll be 80 laps when he crosses the checkered flag on a set of tires. So, you know, I think track position has shown to be really, really important, but, you know, if I'm running 6th or 7th, we have a certain caution with about 20, 30 laps to go. I might come down and get another set of 4 tires and have an advantage, because right now it doesn't look like anybody's got a skill advantage or even close to what Cofield's got going on right here at Bristol. So might be the only way you're going to win this race is come down and have a tire advantage. But Jonathan Cofield, just an incredible driver, man. It's so much fun to watch him race. Always in the mix, always in the championship mix. And, you know, he's one of those drivers when I think when he's out front and he's in the zone, he's one of the best. When he gets behind, he does get aggressive, and he kind of puts people in positions they don't want to be in to try to make passes, sort of like Kyle Larson. And he can get frustrated with the best of them, but he usually stays pretty cool and knows it has a lot of confidence in his abilities to get himself back up in front. That's exactly what happened right now as he's up front in that 58 machine, and the pace car is pulling off. We're going to go in here for another restart. Lap 102 of 150. Great jump out of Dallas for the 3rd position. Brandon Wallace drives up to the top. Brett Bieber able to take over that spot. Brandon Wallace showing a lot of strength here. He's on the same set of tires that these guys are, and he has been showing a lot of speed. He was right on the back bumper of Aaron Adcock. Just a little bit tough to pass. But the 29, or excuse me, the 99 has been showing a lot of speed along with Charles Stevens Jr. Steve McDonald was involved in that incident there early. And, Matt Clemens slow on the track. Not really sure what happened to the 19 machine. May have gotten loose. You see that bumper kind of pushed in. Don't know what happened. And might go back and try to find what happened to the 19 machine. He was up towards the front, man, and just had, ever since he's gone to the back, just had some tough deal. You see, he just gets loose. Able to get back on the track as he's got Mike V spinning right in front of him. And Mike Veith heads down pit road, solo spin there as he goes around. And now Alex Veith's going around. What the heck is going on? I don't know if the Veiths have had some sort of issue or what, but Alex Veith looks like he was slow on the tracks. I don't know what's, he blinked out. So Alex Veith having some connection issues and pulled down to the bottom. Well, I love that, man. That's awesome. Great job by him. He's still having issues. You can see he's blinking out. So he did a good job of getting off the track, not letting that be something that affects the race. So good job by him. Woo, there's a lot of stuff going on. Charles Stevens takes over the top spot as Brandon Wallace is now slow. I don't know what's going on. There's smoke everywhere. Like a daggum tornado's going around here in Bristol. I don't know who to watch and where to watch because there's stuff going on everywhere. We're going to watch as Brandon Wallace trying to get it wrapped up. And, man, look at Steve McDonald here in that 68 machine involved in that wreck. He is still moving forward into the top 5. If you can just keep 4 tires on these dang cars, you're going to have a good finish. Behind this group, got some really fast trucks as Travis Bieber goes around. Half spin, he's able to save it. Goes back up on the track right in front of James Nelson. My goodness, these guys are really, really struggling. Looks like it's very difficult to really push these trucks. As we're going forward, Daniel Cunningham, who's finally gotten himself back into the top 10. He's in 8th position. Trying to, and caution is out. Tracy Passons looks like he has gone around on the track. '53 also having a tough race, was up front, and he's going to call it quits. All right, let's go look at yet another Ender Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind and see what happened to the 53 Po-Man Ford F-150. Looking down to the inside. Oh, a little contact with Spencer Gay in the 54. Curtis Sauberand comes back down the track, and he spun out as well. And that gets Tracy Passons, and he goes around. Trying to find the 35 here. Kyle Roberts. Oh, he just gets just a piece of it, but enough. I think that's going to be pretty massive damage to that 35 machine. All right, well, we're going to talk to some drivers. I've been talking to a lot of folks here tonight. We've got plenty of cautions to do it. But right now we're going to talk to Andy Kurtz in that 5 machine. Andy, is Eddie in the booth? You got a copy?
Hey, man. What's up?
Well, I mean, a messy race, but you've been able to stay out of trouble. And some of your teammates have had some issues tonight, but not you. You've been up in about the 2nd and 3rd position. A lot of fighting with Lucas for quite a few laps, but now you kind of have sole possession of that 2nd place. What do you got to do, man, to get up there and battle this 58? You're running out of time. There's not a whole lot of green flag laps. What's the strategy here with just about 30 laps to go?
Yeah, man. I think I just need a long run. Kind of get into a rhythm here. Cofield's really good. Sorry, they're yelling at each other. Cofield's really good on a short run. Fires off way better than me until I get the hang of it. But yeah. Anyway, hope we go to the end green. That'd be awesome. Awesome. See us race it out.
We had a really nice battle with Lucas there early in the race. Y'all kept going back and forth. I mean, was that fun or was it frustrating? You know, sometimes it's fun to be up there racing, but when you see Jonathan Cofield drive away, it's got to be frustrating. We'll keep it quick because you're about to go green here.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun racing him. I mean, I will take that any day over running pace laps. So that was fun with him. Sucks that he got caught up in whatever wreck that was. But yeah, it's been fun.
All right, we're going to let you go. Good luck, Andy.
Thanks, man.
Andy Kurtz sitting in 2nd, going to try to get up here and battle with Jonathan Cofield. Needs a long run. Charles Stevens with a nice little run here on the beginning of the race. He's going to jump right up to the top side as they get up through the gears. Brett Beaver going to drive really deep in the corner as Charles trying to get the run. He is going to get that outside position. We'll see if he can clear the 808. Oh, my goodness, is a tight squeeze there as Charles really trying to make this thing work. Charles there about with his tongue hanging out. I love it. As he's really ripping that top line, and with we see some dang smoke. Not only there's smoke everywhere. And Spencer Gay looks like he is slow. No caution will stay here. I don't get a chance to show the dang cameras because the people keep wrecking, but just watching is Charles Stevens working that top side here early, trying to get up there and make some speed with it. He's trying to get up here to these top three. You see they're still running the bottom. They've got about 53 laps on these tires, so that top side, one of the best places to be right now. Jonathan Cofield and Andy Kurtz running similar lap times. Charles Stevens just a little bit slower there on the top side, so don't know if he has hurt those tires or what. But oh my goodness, the Cofield has a problem. Jonathan Cofield gets loose or something, I'm not real sure. And Andy Kurtz takes over and caution is out. So not even the leader safe from this loose feeling that these cars are having. We'll go look at the replay real quick. On board with Jonathan Cofield, your leader. Goes down in the corner and just gets loose. Does a great job of saving it and not wrecking in front of the field. But a very close call. And just, you got to be, Jonathan Cofield's punch in the air right now is, man, he had the top spot for all these restarts, especially if we continue to have cautions. And then he gets loose and loses the lead, so now he's got to fight hard and get that back. He's not going to have control of the restart. That one little move is going to make the difference on how much control he's going to have on the race moving forward. As we'll try to see what happened that actually brought the caution out. Go on board with Brandon Wallace, and we'll try to see what exactly happened. 32 gets in the back of the 51, and Brandon Wallace up on the outside just gets loose and grabs the right rear quarter of Alex Veith, and Alex Veith goes around. Actually does a little loop-de-loop, comes back. Let's go back and watch that again. The 51 kind of bogs down in the middle. 32 almost runs over him as he's just trying to get down to the bottom, and Brandon Wallace gets loose. That 51 goes around and it keeps going. Hey, you know why they call it an Xbox 360? You spin out and turn around and go the other way. I don't know. But Alex able to keep that position. But right here is what I just can't believe. Jonathan Cofield been perfect all night long, and then now he's going to have to fight Andy Kurtz, who we just talked to. You know, was hoping for a long run, but I think I'd take what just happened, because now he gets to control the restarts, and you know the cautions are going to continue to fall. I mean, there's no indication here. If you look at the race recap, 13 cautions. There's no indication that cautions are going to stop coming out anytime soon. So it's going to be tough. Cofield's going to have to be on it if he's going to win this race. So Andy Kurtz just biding his time, waiting for that moment, and the moment happened. So Andy Kurtz, now your leader. Nobody electing to come down pit road. Right now, Lucas Lyon, with those fresh tires, he's got just 13 laps on it. Let's see, it looks like we're getting doubled up to go green. We'll see if we get the 1 to green here. We do get the 1 to green, so I'm not going to pull him up and talk to him about it. But Lucas came down pit road on about 14 laps ago. So he's got the tire advantage, but he's sitting in 10th place. Does he have enough time to use those tires to get up to the front? He's definitely got the speed. He's definitely fast enough. Travis Bieber right behind him in the 13th position. He's also got 14-lap old tires. So those guys are going to be moving, but do they have enough time? Will they have enough green flag laps? That's the question, I think, for them. But if we go green to the end here, I think we're going to be looking at a 25 truck battling for the lead for too long. Andy Kurtz gets the control. The first restart since the start of the race, and able to get away, but Cofield actually gets a great jump there And he is right on his back bumper as Charles Stevens, Brett Bieber continues to fight. We'll stay here on the lead for just a little bit, as I want to see if Cofield's got anything to maybe try to run down the 5 and actually pass him. I think that's going to be tough on these 61 lap old tires. I already see him get loose. You have to be careful. Now, because that caution came out, I think he's going to be okay. Allowed that right rear to sort of cool down a little bit. So that's good. But Lucas Lyons, oh no, something happened to Lucas. Lucas Lyons sitting backwards on the track, no caution. As who I was just talking about, Broadcaster Curse gets him and he comes back out right in front of the leaders. He's going to go a lap down most likely. As the battle for the lead is picking up, we'll show you in the picture-in-picture what happened to Lucas as he was down on the bottom at the 08 right in front of him. That's his teammate, and he goes in there, maybe has to get on the brakes just a little bit too much and does a little half spin and then tries to catch it, not able to save it, goes around, but no caution came out. And here comes the battle for the lead. Cofield down to the inside. Can he make it stick? Oh, he's going to get loose there on the bottom as Andy Kurt's not going to give him an inch. I wouldn't either. There's only 15 laps to go. Andy Kurtz trying to get into this position himself has been gifted a gift from the gift gods, and he's up there with the lead now. What can Cofield do? He's able to get to, oh, Cofield's going to get loose. He's going to lose that momentum. You can see just how difficult it is that he's going to get loose again. Those tires are hot. Now Brett Bieber is going to be on the inside. He's already heated up that right rear, and we've seen that this setup does not like that at all. A very moody setup, if I don't say so myself. And we got like the longest green flag run we've had all day as Stephon Davis there slow on the apron. So battle now is for second place. Is Cofield able to clear Brett Bieber? And now here comes the 88 of Charles Stevens to the outside. Charles has really been making that top side work. He's been up there at the fence and getting those huge runs off the corner. As we go on board, Brett Bieber as he watches as Cofield starts to pull away at the line. Cofield about half a tenth faster, than Andy Kurtz, so he has definitely got the speed to get back up to him. But what about Charles Stevens? Does he have what it takes to get up there and get the win? I think he does. You see the battle from Brett Bieber's point of view as Andy Kurtz has a nice lead. All he's got to do is just maintain, not do anything crazy. And with just 8 laps to go, he may be able to steal this one. But Charles Stevens putting the pressure on. He's a little bit faster than Jonathan Cofield last lap by. Let's see if he can do anything here. Oh, there's a wreck. Caution is out. I see all kinds of things lighting up. I don't know who to look at. There it is. Kyle Roberts involved. It looks like Curtis Sauburn was involved. Aaron Adcock involved as well. But it looks like, and we'll look once we get to the replay, looks like it may have started right around Kyle Roberts. We'll go look at it here on another Kinder Farmer Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Coming off the corner, him and Steve McDonald just meet off the corner and go around. And just more calamity going on behind them. See Aaron Adcock right behind them, and there it is, the contact. And man, Aaron did a great job of avoiding that. That could have been really disastrous. It happened right in front of him. All right. Nobody electing to come down pit road does not surprise me at all. There is no time to come down and take 4 tires. Nobody's going to do it. We've already seen 4 tires definitely is fast enough, but we're just not getting enough green flag laps for it to really matter. So we're going to have a couple. We'll see if we get a green-white checker. We may have a natural one. We'll see as iRacing decides when to give us the 1 to green, as we have to get the lucky dog situated, get him around, who I think is going to be Gary Wright. right now, some really good nights for people. I think Charles Stevens Jr. in that third place is having one of the best nights in a while for him, which is awesome. He definitely looks fast. James Nelson up 20 spots where he started. He's looking good up there in that 7 machine. Looking back here, Curtis Sauberin was involved in that last wreck, but he is in the 11th position. Chuck Phelps there in 12th. So a lot of guys having trouble and a lot of guys keeping their trucks clean. And, I mean, even having a little bit of contact, but just surviving. I think that's been sort of the buzzword of the night, just survive. We're definitely not going to talk to any drivers as they get ready for this last restart. Going to be a lot of focusing going on as Andy Kurtz is going to get the 1 to green. We're going to have 3 laps to go when we take green flag. Andy's #1 goal is just to get away, get going, and get gone. That's the best thing that he can do. We'll have one green-white checkered at least. Can't imagine Matt having multiples, but he might do 3. We'll see if that happens. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that, but pace car is off. Andy Kurtz gets the jump that I think he needs to get, so the battle is on for second place. And now Charles Stevens is in that position. He's been running a high line. Can he run the bottom? As they come off the corner, he's almost going to make contact. Very, very close to making contact with Cofield. You can see that top side is hurting his performance there on the bottom as Brett Bieber's going to get into the wall trying to avoid him. We come down to 2 laps to go. Andy Kurtz is not out of the woodwork just yet as Jonathan Cofield is starting to hunt him down just a little bit, but white flag is out here for Andy Kurtz. Can he get it done? No cautions at this point. He's just got 2 more turns to do, goes through 3 and 4. Andy Kurtz going to hold on, and he's going to win here in Bristol. Wow, what a race. Oh, man. Just an incredible race of surviving. But these 2 drivers up here at the front, Andy Kurtz, Jonathan Cofield, put on their trucks are super clean. The only mistake that Jonathan Cofield made was that one little hiccup off the corner that finds him losing the lead. But, I mean, he got loose for a second, had to check up, and that was it. But Andy Kurtz going to be your winner here tonight. So he's going to burn them down on the front stretch. But Andy Kurtz, I feel like, was mistake-free tonight, and I think that's why he is in victory lane. All right, well, let's go through your results as we wait on everybody to get up into the booth here. Andy Kurtz, your winner here tonight, after starting on the pole, gave up the lead early, but just kept fighting. And when the moment presented itself, he was there, ready to go. And we want to go ahead and get the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show going. But Andy Kurtz, Jonathan Cofield, Brett Bieber, your top 3. Charles Stevens with a great run, going to finish in 4th. Alan Nash with a great recovery. He comes up to and gets that top 5. Daniel Cunningham as well in 6th. James Nelson is going to be your no-neck, fast repair, hard charger. So congratulations to James Nelson. He made up 18 spots from where he started. Pretty dang good result out of him. Matt Clement going to come home in 9th. Travis Bieber recovers after going a lap down, multiple spins, and finishes in the 9th position. Aaron Adcock going to round out your top 10. In 11th, Curtis Sauberin. 12th, Chuck Phelps. Brandon Wallace in 13th. Alex Veith in 14th. Butch Taylor in 15th. Spencer Gay in 16th. Mickey Isaac in 17th. Jeremiah Holt, last week's winner, in 18th. Kyle Roberts, 19th. And Lucas Lyons in the 20th position. 21st is Matt Knight, Stephon Davis in 22nd. 23rd, Stephen McDonald. Disappointing finish for him. I know he was up there running up towards the front. Gary Wright in 24th. 25th is Tracy Passons. 26th, Mike Veith. 27th, David Jones. 28th is Tommy Osborne. And Mike Bertosa there at the end, or early in the race, he goes out. And he is going to be the Andy Kurtz Hard Luck Award winner. Mike Bertosa, just a tough race. Ended up 2 or 3 wrecks early and had to call it quits. So, hate to see that for Mike, but it rounds out your field. Well, all right. Well, I'm ready to talk to some drivers. I cannot wait. Bristol, puts on a good show, and sometimes it can be a calamity. It can be tough, but that's why we love it. It's just the who knows of it all, and that's definitely what Bristol brings to the table. Waiting on everybody just one more minute to get them into the booth. And I'm really stalling for myself. It's not really them, because I'm trying to get everything ready. All right, well, let's talk to Brett Bieber, see what he thought about this race. We'll get him up in the booth now. Brett, this is Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Eddie. Yep, I gotcha.
Well, man, pretty good race for you. You were able to stay up near the front pretty much the whole race and not really had that many issues. You had a great battle there with Charles Stevens, but you seemed like you were battling a lot of guys for that third place position. And, man, you got to come out on top, finish in the final podium spot. Talk to me about your race, man. What were you struggling with, and what do you feel like you were doing really well that kept you up front all night long?
I think I was pretty good on initial starts, and when I practiced, I only practiced like 5-lap runs because I was spin out. So I wasn't sure, and I mean, obviously we had lots of short runs, but I wasn't sure exactly what I would do on the long run, but I kind of held in good there. I tried to just kind of settle in. I have not a lot of experience, so I'm not really good in traffic, but I'm okay right now running 1 lap. So doing my best to just stay in position and hold my line and try to gain these guys' respect.
Well, it seemed like you did that. I mean, there at the end, talk about that battle with Charles Stevens. I mean, he was really ripping the top, and then there at the end, he got on the bottom, which everybody seemed to want the bottom in certain times. Just depends on the time of the run, but y'all were on 80-lap old tires, and it seemed like you had a tough time keeping it to the bottom. You were able to get on the outside and get that position away from him. Talk a little bit about that battle there at the end.
Yeah, I knew that start was critical to try to get into third, and I could carry my momentum off the outside pretty good, but it was definitely on the razor edge of spinning out. So I felt like there with, I guess it was maybe 3 to go, it actually felt a little better up top there, and I'm a little bit of a gasser, so I wanted to let it rip there a little bit, but I kind of contained myself and just ran that line, and we were able to bring it home third, so not too bad.
Well, man, congratulations on that third place finish. A heck of a run for you. And as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Just got to thank you guys for doing this. I know Hardline Transport Solutions is the main sponsor for this, so I want to give thanks to them, and congrats to Andy on his win, and we'll move on to next week.
All right, well, there you have it. Third place finisher, Brett Bieber, in that 808 machine. We'll get the second place finisher, Jonathan Cofield, in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, you led 98 laps on what was a caution field race. Just a tough one to make your way through. And I think you and Andy Kurtz really set yourselves apart as the two drivers who were able to stay up front. You took the tires, you got up back through the field, able to get back up to that top spot. And then y'all were both perfect. And then there at the end, just one slight mistake is what it took, the difference between you two, and he was able to get the lead there towards the end. Talk a little bit about that and what the rest of your race, especially about how the truck was. I mean, it seemed like out front you were okay, but what happened there with that one little slip up that happened that lost you the lead?
Yeah, I just got into that corner too fast. I think when it rotated coming off the corner, it kind of hooked to the right. I'm glad I saved it. That could have been a catastrophe for everybody, but luckily I didn't lose too many positions and didn't hurt nobody. So yeah, just one little bobble. That clean air was nice. Just probably driving over my head just a little bit. I was trying to get into a rhythm, but he was putting the pressure on, and caution field races and restarts. A lot of laps go by quick, so it's a lot to think about. But yeah, Andy run good. Clean air was nice. Try to get up there on the top. Usually the trucks, when the tires were out, you can do a little bit of something on top. But once he got ahead of me in that clean air, I couldn't run him back down. I think we was just running too close to lap time.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seemed like both of you guys were able to, you were kind of head and shoulders above the field. I think there was a lot of guys who were plenty fast, but just struggled to make passes. I mean, when you were coming back up through the field after taking those tires, how nervous were you in that moment? And do you feel like tires were a big enough advantage that you were able to make passes pretty quick, or was it still pretty tough back there in that dirty air?
It was still pretty tough. I think the tires had a small advantage because right before I pitted, that green flag run we had before I pitted, I actually ran my fastest lap. So that kind of surprised me. But yeah, I knew Kleeman hadn't pitted yet, so he might be a little slow. But yeah, I told the guys in the chat, I was like, hey, still got a long way to go. Let these guys spread out, do what they're going to do, and we'll pick them off one at a time. So I think somebody eventually got turned up there in the front, but that happens. Was able to squeak by that one.
Yeah, well, I know you're probably disappointed you didn't get that win after leading so many laps, but I mean, still a pretty good clinic you put on. And in racing, one little mistake like that, especially as hard as you and him were racing and as close as y'all were, that was the difference. But man, still though, second place out of 29 trucks, that's pretty impressive. So congratulations, man. And who you got to shout out? Who's your sponsors tonight? And who's that sponsor on the truck? What kind of truck you got going on here?
That's New York City Fire Department Proceed. I slapped it on there for the 9/11 race. Sewed it together in about 30 minutes. I forgot we were supposed to run throwbacks, but it turned out pretty good. Good looking truck. I want to thank you. Appreciate you doing the broadcast, man. Matt Kleeman, all he does for the Rebels Racing League and this truck series. Brexville Freight Solutions for sponsoring Kinder Farmer Ranch. No Next Fast Repair. Andy Kurtz for the Hard Luck Award. Pegleg Phelps. All my teammates at Bandits. Missing Michael Costa tonight. He's been pretty sick last couple of days, so hope he gets better.
All right, well, there you have it. Jonathan Cofield, your second place finisher here tonight, and definitely definitely our thoughts and prayers goes out to Michael Costa. Hope you get to feel better, buddy, if you're watching. We definitely want to see you back on the track. But we got to get our winner in here, Andy Kurtz, in that number 5 Method Race Wheel Chevrolet. Going to take home the win tonight. Andy, this Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, man.
Well, we talked to you a little bit earlier. You felt pretty confident, and, you're just kind of waiting in the wings. Y'all were about the same speed. Y'all were able to run each other down, stay on top of each other most of the race, and you waited and were patient enough that you finally found that little mistake that Cofield made and able to get around him. Just an incredible race just between you two. It was just awesome to watch you guys around each other the whole dang race. He got that clean air. I do have a question, though, for you. You kind of, I don't know if, did you let him go early in the race or what happened? I was surprised to see you kind of, yield that clean air so early.
Yeah, I felt like I kind of gave it away early on. I was just being just easy on it. I knew in practice I could only run about 6 laps in practice until I spun out, so I just didn't want to figure to be a longer race, 150 laps. So figured I'd give it to him and just kind of settle in. But then I realized, with how many cautions there were, it'd be tough getting around them. So I kind of regretted being so easy on it early on. But like you said, it was a long race, and figured I'd have a shot at it maybe, and took advantage of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, tell me your thoughts as you see him go down the corner and get loose and shoot up the track. I mean, what were you thinking in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it as, probably only chance to really get around him, easily, I think. I loved it, to be honest. So I knew it would be my race to lose then, because it was toward the end of the race. But it was definitely tough to pass, and it was really loose. So racing with Lucas was a lot of fun, but it was definitely wanted to be, at least for me, wanted to be on the outside. I couldn't really do much on the bottom, but I knew that Cofield knew that, so I knew that it would be tough getting around him. But it just kind of worked out. So I've definitely been on the wrong side of things here at Bristol and many other tracks. So it's take them when you can.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, just a great drive. I mean, pretty much mistake free all night long, and I think that's what it took. Just a lot of mistakes and people getting loose with the way the setup and the track and everything was driving. But you were able to stay clean, not making mistakes, and that gets you the win. So, man, congratulations, great win. And as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks as always for doing our broadcasts. Always love watching them. Just want to thank everyone for putting this on as always. I want to thank Hardline Transport Solutions, Chuck Pegleg Felts, No Next Fast Repair, Kinder Farm and Ranch, and Flexible Freight Solutions.
All right, well there it is, your winner. Andy Kurtz gets the win and led 36 laps, and he led the most important lap, the last one. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the whole field. I mean, I know people look back on it and think, oh my goodness, it was so messy and so many wrecks, blah blah blah. But that's 29 drivers at Bristol. What do you expect? So I think they did a good job, and it was a lot of fun. I want to thank Flexible Freight Solutions for the post-race show, Matt Clement for putting this thing on, all the other admins who do a lot of hard work, and all of our sponsors, Hardline Transport Solutions, Chuck Pegleg, No Deck Fast Repair, Andy Kurtz Hard Luck Award, and all of our other sponsors that we have out there, and supporters. Thank y'all for watching. It's a lot of fun doing these for y'all. I get excited every time I get to broadcast a race over here in Rebels, and this one was no different. So, as always, definitely check us out. Go subscribe. If you're not subscribed, just push that button. That's all you got to do to get subscribed. We've got a goal the rest of the year to try to get to 500 subscribers. I think that's a pretty cool goal. We're going to continue to shoot for that. And the way you do it, you got to earn it. You got to get out there and do good broadcasts. So we're going to do that 6 nights this week, I believe. So going to be a lot of fun. But tonight we had the Rebels Truck Series, and then tomorrow night the Bluegrass Truck Series over the Bluegrass Racing League, and then Bluegrass Xfinity Series on Tuesday night. Goat Locker Next Gen Cruising Classic Series on Wednesday. Going to start up first race of the season on Wednesday night. Going to look forward to that. Thursday night, Apex Truck Series, the E-Series Showdown is going to crown its champion. So if you want to watch a championship race, which ought to be a barn burner at Phoenix, come on, check it out on Thursday nights. And Friday we'll be picking up we're taking over for Alex for the ARCA Series this week for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll have Saturday off, thank goodness. But we'll be back here on Sunday night for I don't know what race is next. We'll take a look at the schedule. But we'll be taking on Watkins Glen next week. That'll be fun. So, but a great race. Congratulations again to Andy Kurtz and all the top 3 drivers for their finishes. And I'm Eddie Smith. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to VSRN, definitely do that. Hit the little notification, let you know when we're going live. Definitely go check out V-Speed, the main channel, V-Speed 2. We do all kinds of broadcasts and multiple nights a week. And if you want to broadcast, well, hey, give us a holler. We're gonna do the best we can, try to get you somewhere. And we got some really cool people. If you're interested in doing any kind of work or anything like that, we definitely have some openings. We definitely use you. So if you're ever interested in doing some announcing or maybe even production work, give us a holler. That'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, Flexible Freight Solutions, for the post-race show. We will see y'all tomorrow night.